Thanks for tuning in to this episode of On Target. This is the place where we talk about tips, tactics, and strategies that will improve your automotive advertising campaign. Today, we're going to talk about the 6 mistakes that a lot of dealers make that you should try to avoid at all costs. So, marketing mistake number 1 that a lot of car dealers make is trying to rely on word of mouth and referrals exclusively. Now, I've heard it a lot of times. A lot of dealers say, word of mouth is great. We live on all these referrals, and that is awesome. The problem with referrals, the problem with word of mouth, is those customers move, they die, they forget about you. Ask yourself, do you really want to rely on some third party or middleman controlling your flow of leads? Okay? Referrals are great, but just don't rely on them exclusively. Marketing mistake number 2. A lot of dealers do this. You should try to avoid this at all costs. And that is what I would call taking a shotgun media approach. Here's how it typically happens. You've been having a good run, but leads start to dry up, inquiries start to dry up, so you're going to give something a try. Radio rep walks in, digital media calls you, and you're going to say, yeah, that sounds good, let's give it a try. You put the message out there, you hope it rains down customers, you spray and pray your message, and what happens? The people don't come in. You need to have a plan in place that consistently markets you, consistently promotes you, and consistently puts your message in front of those consumers that you want calling you, walking in your door, or sending you a lead across your website. Marketing mistake number 3. A lot of car dealers do this. They compete on low price alone. Now let's be honest. We've talked about this in other videos. Nobody wants to overpay, right? People are price conscious, money's tight sometimes, budgets are tight, but no one is purely price driven, all right? If you're gonna compete on low price alone, you are by nature gonna attract the bottom feeders. And bottom feeders are hard to please. They never talk about you in a positive way. It's always about, look at the deal I scored. They're not gonna help you long term. You should be focusing on delivering great service, great experience, giving every customer a wow experience when they walk in the door. Then, if you have great service, a great experience, great customer interaction, yes, they want a good price, they don't want to overpay, but they're not going to be so focused on, is this the absolute rock bottom price in town? Because they like you. They have a relationship with you. People still buy from people. So focus on service, focus on world-class experience, and not so much on price, and you will become a superstar marketer yourself. Next up, delivering a meaningless message. This is one of the things that car dealers and automotive marketers are guilty of every single market, and that is by creating ads that are pretty much meaningless to the consumer. They load it up with, we're locally owned, we've been in business for 500 years, we're this, we're that. Consumers don't care. You need to do some research and dig deep and find out what it is that consumers actually care about. What do they want? And focus on delivering a message that has meaning to them. You need to run it through the who cares filter. And if only you care about it, it probably should not be in the ad. So take some time, do some research, really think about what it matters and what the customer cares about, and deliver that message to them. Make it meaningful, make it relevant, and make it useful to the consumer. Marketing mistake number 5, not making marketing a priority. I know you wear lots of hats. You're greeting customers, you're dealing with personnel, you've got service issues, you've got inventory issues, banking, you gotta do all these things. I get it. But superstar dealers make marketing pretty much their top priority. They are relentlessly finding ways to keep their message front and center and keep attracting new people coming into the dealership. If you turn that faucet off just for 30, 45, 60 days, and a lot of guys have tried to do this, it might take years to rebuild the traction that you've built up to that point. So keep marketing a priority. Carve out a day, put it in your calendar, whatever it is you got to do, so that you are spending time each day, each week, creating and crafting a plan, working the plan, and staying front and center with your message that's meaningful, but keeping it in front of those consumers on a consistent basis. And finally, marketing mistake number 6, creating a marketing plan that is so detailed, so intricate, it'll be near impossible to implement. You know, a lot of dealers have gone and tried to do this. They say, well, we're starting from scratch, or we're rebooting the campaign or retooling it, so we're gonna have digital, social, reputation, broadcast, customer reminders. They create this plan that is so detailed, they never get anything executed, right? Better to start with small building blocks, create a part of a campaign, get that consistent, then add another campaign, layer that on, then another portion, layer that on. If you want to start with social, because that's kind of quicker and easier, you can see some quicker results from that, start there. Get your Facebook campaign, link it with Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. Once that's rolling, then go in and say, hey, let's launch a Google campaign. Let's layer that on. Then let's maybe do some traditional. Let's find some cable or some TV or radio. Layer that on. If you try to do everything at one time, chances are pretty good it's not going to get implemented, and then you're going to be back to square one. You'll be frustrated and say, well, we tried that didn't work, let's try to do something else. And if you think you need some help with your campaign, you know, we would love to have a conversation with you. That's what we do. HMA, Heider Marketing and Advertising. We are an automotive exclusive marketing firm, and our mission is to help our clients sell more of their products and services while spending less on their campaign. You can learn all about us at hmaads.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you with the next video of On Target.